Paulie Johnson, Coach Greg Carvel with the Saints Hockey Coaches Show. Coach, 3 points on the weekend and a jump up to a tie for fourth in the States. That's a pretty successful road trip.
Yeah, fairly happy. Very happy with the way we played on Friday night against RPI, who obviously was a team ahead of us in the rankings. And for the first time in a while, I felt like we had a full, healthy lineup. I really liked the four lines that we had going into that game, and we played a really good 60 minutes. And even though it was tied 0-0 after two, I really liked the way we were playing it. Felt comfortable. And then the third period, Tommy Thompson's speed and strength, the big reason we scored that goal, and had an insurance marker from him after that. Against Union, we lost two players from Friday night's game, and so I think we were missing a little bit of our synergy that we had the night before. Union came out and got a really good jump on us. I think they had the first 8 shots on net. We settled down and actually left that period leading 2-1, and watching all the scoring chances again this morning from that game, we should have come out of that with a win. And it's unfortunate. With a win, I think we'd have been fourth by ourselves. Every point is huge, but having three points out of 4 on that road trip is pretty excited about it.
Great weekend for Jake Pritchard. He was our ECAC nominee for Rookie of the Week. 3 goals. He really stepped up against Union.
Yeah, and not surprising. He's a kid that came here. We had very high expectations for him, and to score goals. That's what he is. And I think it took him some time the first semester to transition. And we challenged him in December in certain parts of his game, and to his credit, he's done a great job. And since we came back from Christmas, he's been the guy that really, when you watch practice and in the games, he's really jumping off the page. The speed, the strength, and goes along with the really high-end offensive ability, and he shoots the puck well, and he wants the puck. So not surprised that he had the weekend that he did. He probably could have had the hat trick against the Union. He had a breakaway and made a nice move, just didn't find its way in the back of the net. But he's a heck of a hockey player, and he's going to score a lot of goals for us.
Speaking of challenges, big one coming up this weekend, the rematch with Quinnipiac, and then kind of a trap game against Princeton. I mean, no matter what happens on Friday, you've got Princeton coming up on Saturday, and they're a much improved team as well.
They are, and we haven't seen. It feels like it's been a while since we played those two teams. As a coach, I'm kind of glad nobody's beat QPAC yet, and give us even more incentive to try to put the first blemish on their record this year. But our game down there against QPAC, we had a game plan that we felt comfortable with, and I thought it was effective, and kind of slowing QPAC down from what they like to do. And so we'll have to have a real good game plan again. But more than that, you really have to be ready to compete against QPAC. They've got good size, and they play hard, and they play with pace, and you have to be ready for that. Then you have to be real good at your systems too, because I think they're a superior team at this level and doing what they want to do consistently. And then Princeton's a program that's on the rise. The new coaching staff there. They're trying to play a more pace game, more skill game, and they sneak up on teams. And like you say, we're going to have to be, I'm sure the emotions will be very high Friday night against QPAC, and so we're going to have to make sure, win or lose on Saturday night, we have to have those 2 points against Princeton as well.
Some big news comes out Monday morning. The Saints next year will be playing in Belfast, Northern Ireland. I know that everybody enjoyed the trip to Italy. Competition will be a little tougher this time around, obviously, playing Quinnipiac, but it should be a good time.
Yeah, it's been in the works for a while. We were asked quite a while ago if we'd be interested, and absolutely. And I usually don't schedule games over Thanksgiving times, and that's when it takes place. So it was easy for us to move a couple games around. We'll have to drop a home game that we had scheduled against Vermont, as UVM and UMass Amherst are the 2 Hockey East teams, and also our road game against Quinnipiac is the game that will be held in Belfast. So a nice situation for us is that we didn't have to give up a league home game. We get a neutral site game against QPAC, so that's a bonus. But the highlight obviously will be the experience for our guys, and having gone through what we did in Italy, just knowing what it'll add to their their St. Lawrence experience. And speaking to both Colgate and Brown coaches after we played them recently, I asked them about their experiences, and before it was confirmed that we were going over, and they couldn't say enough. So very excited. It'd be great exposure for our program, and ultimately our kids will have a great time, I'm sure.
Thanks. We'll be back next week.